Once upon a time, there were 5 lovely friends who loved each other almost as much as they loved toast. They were sitting around one day and they were thinking, you know what would make toast better? If we made it into cake. So they decided to go on a grand quest for toast cake. They set off on this grand quest together and were super excited about it, but then something tragic happened. They realized that okay, I can't think of anything else. So I guess that's where my part of the story ends. So, pick up the rest of the story. It should be really good. I mean, I started it off pretty quality. Who doesn't love quests for toast cake? Just a couple suggestions. I think there should be a dragon in the story somewhere, but I think it was a little too soon for a dragon, which is why I stopped. Also, I think that this story will be marvelous and the adventure will be grand, and I'm pretty sure that I will be home in America in 65 days, and it will make my heart really sad if we do not make a toast cake. This summer must involve toast cake. So I love you all, and I'm sorry this video was super short, but apparently I can't think of a good story right now, which is really sad. I'm usually good at stories. Anyway, I have to go to work relatively soon, so I will talk to you later. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to meet most of you this summer. Oh my gosh. Okay, bye.
These realized that the only way they can make this awesome toast cake was to go to Antarctica. Because let's face it, everyone knows that penguins make awesome toast cake. So they went to the convenient Walmart just down the street to buy some magical flying brooms, of course. And as they were looking through the broom aisle at Walmart, suddenly a huge bang happened, and they turned around and they saw...
They hop on their brooms and they fly out of Antarctica, and they're going to go over to Europe, but because of all the ashes, they have to take a detour, and they end up in California. So while they're in California, they run into a dragon, because not only are they in California, but they went back in time, because instead of going this way around the world, they went that way, meaning that they went back in time. But while they're in California, they figure that they need to make this trip productive. So they go and talk to...
Because the dragon had these mystical powers that was able to time travel whenever he wanted, and he saw the Toasties, and he was like, "Hey guys, do you need a ride?" And the 5 lovely friends were like, "Yes, we need a ride." Somehow we ended up back in time, and we have no idea how we got there. Apparently we went around the wrong side of the world, and the dragon's like, "That's okay, that's no problem. Let's jump on my back, and I will give you a ride." So they all jumped on the back of this dragon, and the dragon's like, "Hey, so where are you going?" And the Toasties were like, "Hey, we're going to Antarctica because we are on this quest to make this super awesome cake." And so the dragon's like, "Sure, let's do that." So as they were flying towards Antarctica, they flew over Africa and saw these 2 Irish lads. Somehow, they don't know how they got there, but these 2 Irish lads were just sitting in Africa, hitchhiking, just sitting there sticking out their thumbs and hitchhiking. And so they swung down and they picked up the Irish lads and they continued on their way to Antarctica. What they didn't expect once they got to Antarctica was...
They realized that all around them was a giant circle of menacing penguins. For a moment, thought that these were very strange, high-tech penguins who, instead of liking fish, they like to eat humans. But they realized that the penguins have this inner sense of what other creatures around them want to eat. And of course, these 7 friends wanted to eat some toast cake. Very much. And one of them was like, "Hey, what you doing staring at us? This is kind of creeping us out a little bit." And the penguins, who could also talk, "Well, we noticed that you're a bit hungry, and we happen to be master chefs. So if you want some toast cake, we can totally supply that." So then they followed the penguins to their majestic caves of cooking, and they made some toast cake, and that is what they had for lunch, and it was majestic and beautiful. But then something awful happened.